So we have this, white lady. I think that she's white, or she could be Hispanic. I don't know. I was just kind of looking at her screen name. You just really don't know with people sometime these days. She's speaking about why white women like to date black men, but it's not on the same old, with the stereotypes that you hear a lot of them say. She came at it with a different dynamic. Let's go ahead and review that.
White women love black men because of the power dynamic, because white women have never had any power over men in their lives. Because obviously all the white men in their lives have always had all the power over them. So white women have whiteness over black men. And obviously to be in any sort of control feels good, especially when you're used to never being in control.
Okay, so that dynamic right there is what always have made that particular relationship a no-no for me. Because I understand that dynamic, even if the female don't think like what she's talking about, because I know it's going to be white women see this like, I don't think like that. That's not how I feel. I married my husband. I don't think like that. It's not even about you thinking like that. But there are some, and we've covered those stories where they be straight up saying the N-word, and then they say, I'm not racist. I got a black husband. So, yeah, it's some truth to some of this.
White women feel safe with black men, not only because of the hypermasculinity that they believe black men exhibit, but because of the whiteness and power they hold over black men.
Now, they do, whether they admit to this or not, they do hold a place in the system that we live in that no other woman have. OK, you don't believe me? Anything they say, everybody jumps. But let a black woman or an Asian woman, a Hispanic woman or whatever say something, and no other woman gets the response like a white woman in society. They're given more chances. They, for instance, you remember the guy, the Christian Obenseli guy? You remember him, the Nigerian brother that was dating, the white girl that from OnlyFans? She stabbed him up out there in Florida, and she never went to jail. Now, if there would have been a black woman, Hispanic woman, Asian woman, or whatever, they would have got some sort of charges. We know this. We know that it's a slap on the wrist when it comes to them in this society. So that part is true as well. Once again, that power dynamic has never made me a fan of that kind of relationship. It doesn't matter how nice she is. It don't matter if she's well-meaning. It don't matter if she's a champion against, racism, even in her own community. That dynamic still going to exist because of who? Not so much because of her, it's because her man. And her man is the police. Her man is the judge. Her man is the DA. Her man is the president. Her man controls all halls of government. So they can make a problem for you, especially if they're jealous of the type of white female that you have.
This is why also white women can still be racist and be with black men. And be conservative white women will be married to a black man. And this is why white women love their black sons and hate their black daughters. Black sons give you access to the patriarchy. They give you power, whereas black daughters don't.
Now, she said something about conservatives, right? No, those who are liberal too are racist as well. Don't come up here just with throwing it up, because I hate when they had that conversation. They just want to throw it on a conservative Republican, but they don't want to talk about that liberal Democrat that was up here. You remember, those of you who probably knew this sort of thing, when the Roe v. Wade thing happened, they was all mad at Clarence Thomas, and these Democrat folks were sitting up here calling Clarence Thomas an N-word. So there wasn't the Republicans, it was them. So don't just throw it on. It's both sides. OK, it's both sides. But she talked about something else. I remember I covered a story. Her name was Kiara Harris. That was her name. And it was around the time when Donald Trump was in office, and I think Colin Kaepernick, that situation. And her mom, her white mom, was sitting up here berating her and calling her the N-word, right? And that was supposed to be her daughter. And I've heard many stories of that, and I'm not saying all, because I have to say this because people just, it's sad I have to say that for the people in the back of the room. But I've seen so many stories over the years, or I've been told stories over the years that the females that, you know, have more issues than the males. Now, I don't know about the patriarchy thing, but some of those females can't stand black women. And so, yet you having a black woman, because no matter how you try to raise that child's still going to be viewed in society as a black woman. So it's too many complexities with that particular relationship where I said that was never something that I could fool with whatsoever. That's too much pressure. That's too much trouble for one female. No, I don't have to deal with all that. And, you know, really, a lot of brothers is not even pushing that issue. Now, some want to, and some can deal with those issues if they choose to. I don't tell nobody who to be with. Do what you do. But understand, with that particular woman comes a lot of stuff that you're not even ready for. And then the problem is at any moment in time, she could weaponize her skin tone against you. You remember the story I covered here one time where the brother was trying to leave one and she said, "Oh, I'm going to call the police on you."
I'm finna be real drunk here when my people beat your ass in a second.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
The police gonna beat your ass, or my people gonna beat your ass? Okay. Because I'll call the police here.
I know you'll call the police.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna get you like that because she knows they will. She knows. See, that stuff right there is dangerous. I know any woman call the cops on you, but when that particular woman call and say something, they ready to take you out, bruh. They ready. They may give you a little bit more leeway here and there with Lakeisha, but with Becky, oh no. So yeah, it's too much with that. But I don't know, brothers, y'all let me know what y'all think about, you know, what this woman say. Do you agree with her? You know, I mean, I understand a lot of things she's saying in society. Once again, it may not even be the female herself, but it's the society that makes it the problem.